Today I'm going to explain you how and why this is actually is. Lekin uni ishlatayotganimizda ma'nolari o'ta har xil bo'lishi mumkin. Bu narsaga definitionni o'qishingiz juda ham muhim. Bu narsani oldini olish uchun. That's what I'm trying to tell. Shot fantastic qilmaysiz, but extra information from you. It's based on true story, but with your addition. Bitta so'z yodlashingiz uchun definition bitta gapda примерно 9-10 ta so'zmi, right? Meaning you have to learn 10 words extra. Meaning for just one word with the definition you're supposed to learn 10. Demak, nima qilar ekanmiz when we are not sure? No? Biz haqiqatda berilgan savolga javob berish uchun yetarlicha ideyamiz bo'lmasligi mumkin. Like the question could be, when was the last time you traveled abroad? Assalamu alaikum everyone. How are you guys doing? Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone and everybody in here to come here in such a cold weather, sacrifice your sleep, sacrifice your rest. Timbole on Sunday, like I'm really happy, I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you guys. All right, before we get started, I know that in here we've got not only IELTS students, but general English students too. So, do I need to use Uzbek while talking? Uzbek tilini ishlashim shartmi? Who would like to listen to Uzbek? Russian? All right, good. Like, let's make a deal. Like, when it is required to use some, let's say, our own Uzbek Russian, I'll use. But in general, it's going to be, I'll try to make it in English, all right? Great, good. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Jakhongir. Currently, I'm working as an IELTS instructor and a general English tutor at NOZA. Yeah, and some more information, but like later. All right, so today's topic is dangerous synonyms in IELTS writing. Well, I wouldn't really say that it's solely for writing, but for speaking too. Today I'm going to explain you how and why this is what it is, right? All right, let's go. So the introduction part will probably look like something like this. So what are synonyms? Who knows what synonyms are? All right?
Synonyms are different words with the same meaning or similar meaning. Not all the time the same, but...
Thank you. Well, yeah, who knows why do we actually use them? What's the purpose of synonyms actually in general?
To make your sentence more beautiful.
All right, so meaning synonyms make our sentences more attractive, right? All right, good. Like, who agrees with this opinion? Anybody else? Any other opinions? Make sentences what? Vivid. Oh, yeah. All right. I see how it goes. All right. I totally agree with both opinions in here because they are both true. But it points. All right. So as written in here, synonyms are different words that have exactly the same or nearly the same meaning, such as male or man. All of us in here know that male means male, right? As about man is like erkek kishi, right? How about this? Who knows what university education is? University education. Oh, really? Who knows any other synonyms besides third level education and university? Any other synonyms? Bachelor's, all right. High school? Not really. Sorry? No, not really. Anybody else? Well, I think it's more of a cultural thing, because in here in the Republic of Uzbekistan, when we say I go to college, we understand it as a high school. Well, it's about like in Europe and maybe like in US and stuff, college is understood as a university in our understanding. So how about this tertiary education? Have you heard about it? Tertiary education. Хорошо. This is a synonym for the third level education. All right, cool. Let's get going. All right, so what's the purpose of using synonyms? Some of us already shared in here opinions. Let's see what the presentation says. When we get an IELTS writing task, specifically, right? There will be certain keywords in a question. Well, me personally, when I teach IELTS writing, I suggest students to do the analysis of the question by dividing in 3 types. First of all, it's a keyword, micro keyword, and instruction words. And in those first key and micro keywords, we can see those things, such as, let's say, the main idea when we see those words and we try to repeat them in our answer, that may sound repetitive. Qo'pol gapirganda bu bir xil so'zlarni biz ham savolimizda ham javobimizda ishlatadigan bo'lsak, bu narsa qaytarilib examinerga negative, to есть examiner bizga negativeroq ball qo'yishi mumkin. Bizni like nima javobimizga. So it may affect it negatively, right? Think about that. You can have a look in here. Just one more thing, whoever wishes to take photos, you are allowed to take photos in case. Plus, we're gonna distribute the paper version, Word version of this. Yeah, who wished? Yeah, all right. All right, let's keep going. Anybody got any questions so far? No. All right, great, as expected. Хорошо, let's have some examples, right? So to make the board a lot clearer than it actually is. All right, what are we seeing here? Let's have a look at the example question. So, computers are being used more and more in education. Do you agree? First of all, who knows what's up a question, writing task 2 question given in here? Who knows? Task 2, but which one exactly? Opinion essay, also known as? No, agree, disagree. Well, okay, like, not really. It's not a discussion essay. What else? Anybody else got any other opinions? All right. Okay, good. Never mind. So basically, it's known as an opinion essay, agree, disagree essay. And all right, good. Like, pay attention. I actually like made it in bold. The word computers. Computers sözümüzü atayla жирный шрифтом. Pay attention. Дальше. We would have to use the keywords computers and education many times in our answer. So having had this type of question in our writing, while writing an essay, we will have to use the words such as computers and education in our essay. And in the essay consisting of a minimum of 250 words, you will have to use it at least more than once. And this may seem a little problematic for you, specifically for your vocabulary part. That's why we need to use the questions. Synonyms. Let's have a look how it may be synonymized. We could use the words such as IT, laptops, or iPads instead of just repeating the word computers or education. This will mean almost the same thing as the above mentioned, but already there are totally different things that mean the same thing. How about this? Have a look. Does that sound cool? Yeah, why not, right? Arasha, good. Once again, people who would like to take photos or whatever, you're welcome, more than welcome. All right. Хорошо, let's have a look at the paraphrase section and how it looks actually, right? Before we get started, what is paraphrase? All right, cool.
So for example, if we have a question, for example, in writing task, we should paraphrase it into other words, like in order to avoiding the same words, like it's kind of finding synonyms to the whole sentence and paraphrase it as much as we can.
Anybody else got other opinions for the paraphrase? Oh, come on, guys. Such a little girl answering all the questions and you keeping silence. Come on. Shame on you. Let's keep going. All right, we should also paraphrase the question in our very first sentence. It's like the introduction part of IELTS writing is a part which is paraphrased. It's basically paraphrase of a question. It says right away. First thing we have to do is paraphrase all the questions, statement, whatever we're given. Like, not only are we allowed to use synonyms, but also we can use the paraphrase. Paraphrase as like Miss Jakhongir said in here, trying to say the same thing using different words, but it's a little bit different from paraphrase. That's what you said, right? Yeah, all right. Good, good, clear. All right, let's keep going. Example, let's have a look at example. Так. Paraphrasing is one of the most important skills to learn before doing your IELTS test. Have a look please at the sentence in here. Have a look, just read it. Is it visible by the way to there? Balcon? All right, good. Let's see how it's paraphrased. Before taking the IELTS test, is paraphrasing here, before doing IELTS test, basically is changed in here. The first part of the example part is given in the second one after the paraphrase is done. То есть qo'polga gapirganda mana bu ikkinchi qism, to есть bu yoqda birga o'tgan, bu yoqdagi ikkinchi qism, bu yoqdagi birinchi qism ikkinchi qismga o'tgan. Qo'polga gapirganda, right? Then I get like before taking the IELTS test, mastering paraphrasing is one of the most crucial things to do. Who can tell me which words were paraphrased and which words were omitted and used synonyms with?
Skill is paraphrased with mastering, and important was crucial. Doing your IELTS test before taking the IELTS test.
And your name is? Great, good. Arsha, good. Let's see. Oh, anybody got any questions? No, we're cool. All right, good. So, what's the danger of synonyms? You might wonder, like, you see, first of all, the topic of the article of today's discussion is a little bit kind of, bossy and a little bit kind of charming. And some people might think, what could possibly go wrong and what could possibly be wrong with this in general? Like, people use synonyms and what possibly could be wrong, right? Let's see. The dangerous thing about synonyms is that people are actually unaware of the real meaning of the synonyms they use. Meaning when they translate it to Russian or Uzbek, they sound cool, they sound okay, but in general their meaning may be slightly different or maybe totally different as well. То есть, juda ko'p so'zlarimiz bor o'zbek tilida, ingliz tilidan tarjima qilganimizda tarjimasi почти bir xil. Lekin uni ishlatayotganimizda ma'nolari o'ta har xil bo'lishi mumkin. Bu narsaga definitionni o'qishingiz juda ham muhim. Bu narsani oldini olish uchun. That's what I'm trying to tell. In case. All right. So people trying to use them incorrectly or try too hard, trying to insert them as much as possible. This is what usually happens with students when a student who just came across with the IELTS stuff, just moved to IELTS group, trying to learn new vocabulary, and he does learn. And he trying to use everywhere possible the words he learned. He thinks, all right, cool. I learned vocabulary. Yeah, I'm learning. All right, I'm cool. Where do I have to use those? Everywhere possible. That's what he thinks. But the pity part is that like not all those places require those words. That's the deal. Good. Let's keep going. When using the synonym, we first need to think about a meaning, as I just mentioned in here. The meaning should be exactly the same. Many misunderstand by saying when they use synonyms, like it's totally fine to use the words that mean kind of the same or nearly the same, which is actually really painful for both examiner and the teacher too. I do not encourage students, personally myself, to use synonyms that mean nearly the same. Meaning I am more of a fan of telling students when you're not 100% sure, when you're not 100% sure with the meaning, with the synonym, you better not use a synonym at all. You better get a little lower mark trying to repeat the word, the given in a question, in your answer, then risking whole your vocabulary section by using a wrong synonym. Is that clear? Yes. All right, anybody got any questions? All right, let's make a deal, guys. All right. I hope we cut this part off. Guys, what's the reason you came here? To learn, right? What else? Only her is answering. Like, anybody else going to answer? What's the purpose of you coming in here such cold weather? To learn something new. Cool. All right, cool. Taking new information. So you see, like, when a person does not know something or came here to study, he needs to study. You see? You don't go to the shopping market, you pay the bill, you pay something, right? The cash, and you don't grab the things. Imagine a situation, you came to the cashier, you got nothing, you leave 100K and leave. It don't happen like that. The reason you came here to learn something, right? Why don't you do that? Ask questions. I'm here for you. All right. Let's keep going. Understand? Let's be open, right? You give a question, I try to answer if I know. If I don't, I know and then I answer. Joke. All right. So let's go for example number 1. All right. Question. It is important that young children are taught art, drama, and music alongside more traditional subjects like math and science. Have a look at the question part once again, please. Everybody. Вместе. То есть в то время как. Done? All right, cool. Let's see how the student paraphrased. And let's see, did he paraphrase good? It is important that young people are taught extracurricular activities alongside serious subjects like mathematics, biology, and chemistry.
Because not only mathematics, biology, and chemistry is serious subjects. Because for some people it can be art.
Don't you think by saying some subjects are serious, he is actually saying that some others are not? Isn't it rude? It's kind of rude, huh? It's kind of coming to the musician teacher and tell like, teacher, your subject. Man, I wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. All right. Итак, let's go. Let's see what the student did in here. The student has changed the following words using synonyms, but not all are correct. Some are fine, some are not really. Let's analyze why, so that we don't repeat them later. Так, everybody here, please pay attention. Так, first of all, the word young children here, phrase, change it to young people, first of all. Second of all, art, drama, and music, change it to extracurricular activities. I'll probably say this is more of an Uzbek mindset, specifically Uzbek mindset, because extracurricular activities bu bizni qo'shimchalarimiz. Odatda yoshligimizdan qayga boramiz qo'shimchalarga? Возможно o'sha artga, musicga va hokazo, to'g'rimi? Misol uchun men o'zim misol bo'lib berishim mumkin, right? And he misunderstood by saying those subjects, by calling those subjects as extracurricular. То есть будет чисто узбекский mindset. Дальше. Traditional subjects. Really? Traditional? Change it to serious subjects. By saying traditional, meaning we understand that the subjects that are usually taught at school, those mean to be like physics, mathematics, blah, blah, and blah, blah, right? Like other subjects. And he actually changed those with serious. All right, anybody got any feedback on these 3 paraphrases or synonyms? Yeah, opinions for it.
About the sentence, we could choose it's important. I mean, not this one. It's important, for example, it's crucial or it's vital that school children maybe children that studying at school should be taught For example, not extra cultural activities. I would leave this like this: art, drama, and music, and that's it.
Thank you. How about our like male part maybe like is a little more active? Guys, come on, give it up. All right, let's see. Let's go for the analysis part. Итак, oh no, that's example. All right, good. Let me explain. First of all, let's pay attention to the young children and young people. So the understanding of young children, that would mean something like the people, let's say kids, yeah, with the age of 1 to 10. This is what is understood by phrase young children. As about the phrase young people, it could mean not only 1 to 10, but it could also say young people, 1 to 30, 1 to 20. All of us in here are mostly like are young people, right? So does that mean that we could be paraphrased as young children? A group of young children organizing a training. Not really, huh? All right, how about that? Like extracurricular activities, I already explained what that says. As about serious subjects, me personally, my personal opinion, that would sound maybe rude towards the other subjects, right? For example, art, drama, and music. Yeah, that's why you gotta be really careful while choosing the words. Demak, qana xulosa qilishimiz mumkin bitta? Sinonim ishlatayotganingizda, i plus paraphrase qilayotganingizda juda ham ehtiyot bo'lishinglar kerak, chunki bu narsa nafaqat sizni yoki mana examinerga ham qo'pol qilib tiyib ketishi mumkin. And second of all, while choosing the vocabulary, you need to make sure that it's 100% same. I mean the meaning. Haligi, ano bo'laveradi. Not gonna go. All right, in here. Let's go. Any questions? We cool?
This you explained it brilliantly, so we don't have any questions.
Thanks. All right, let's go for example in here too, right? Итак, the growth in crime among teenagers can be... Oh, we got that. Oh, really? The growth in crime among teenagers could be... Why is that working well? Could be attributed to an increase in the use of violent video games. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Read it once again, please. Can help, meaning it help. Are we cool? Any questions about a question? No, right? Let's see how the student paraphrased. Так, the rise of acts of violent, pay attention, of violent, yeah, good, in young ones are often viewed as being caused by the exposure to fierce audio-visual games. What can you tell about this student having paraphrased in here?
It's not really understandable.
It's not really understandable. Cool.
Act of violence.
Let's say active violence, let's say, because like he made a mistake in here too. How about the you know, like balkon taraflarimiz ham javob beradimi?
It's not a mistake like among young, it should be in young ones, it's not inside, in young.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, all right, good. Like wrong proposition. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Instead of among, we can use between. I think.
Okay, cool. That's what you think. All right. Anybody else got an opinion in here? Raz kelganim yarasha.
I'm not sure. Maybe in the first question, they said like it can be attributed, but we paraphrase it like statement.
So we no, but you see, all right, cool. So in here it says teenagers can be attributed. So basically, this is kind of the possibility. It's not a fact. This is like basically the prediction based on observation, right? Whereas in the paraphrase part, it's already like kind of fact. Well, that's nice thing. All right, good. Let's see how it went. Me personally, when I read such essays, I remember myself a long time ago, because since I was a young kid, I all the time liked puzzles, difficult stuff, and it came like with the education too. I really liked the difficult vocabulary. I mean, C2, C1, C1 plus, and whenever I learn something new, I try to use them when talking to people. And one fun fact is that, you know, you talk to people, they know English, but they don't understand you. The first thing, maybe you use them, those vocabulary, those words, in not really correct way. Second of all, maybe the second attendant of a dialogue really unaware of those words. But first, sooner, like anyway, like it is not really recommended to use those. Это типа yangi so'zlarni yodlagan o'quvchi, misol uchun C2 bo'lishi mumkin, ularni именно yuzichiga e'tibor bermasdan turib ishlatgan holati bo'lishi mumkin. Let's see how it goes, right? Так, the student has changed the following words using synonyms, but not all of them are correct in here. Итак, first of all, crime, act of violent. Again, that should be violence, first of all. Second of all, teenagers, young ones. Almost the same mistake as the previous one. Типа, young children and young people, yeah. All right, violent, fierce. And the last one, video games, audio visual games. Well, yeah, it's total different stuff. This is what it is, right? So the student was given an assignment to use as many paraphrases as possible, as many synonyms as possible in his response, and that's what he did, right? Cool. Let's see the third example. Anybody got questions in here? Are we all cool? Well, that's what his own paraphrase. He just made up one word. Yeah. Actually, it sometimes happens to me too. Many cases when you really cannot like explain your thoughts or something, and you just elucidated them with ideas you got. But that's wrong. That's wrong. All right, let's keep it going. Example 3. Question. Today people are traveling more than ever before. Today people are traveling more than ever before. Why is this the case? And what are the benefits of traveling for the traveler? Before we get started, the type of the question, writing task question here, is a, what is it? Any opinions? No. I mean, not the tense. Not the, you don't understand. I'm trying to say discussion. All right. No, not really. Really? All right, like, pay attention to the number of questions given. It's a 2-question essay. Yeah. Does anybody know how to write those type of questions? Kimdir biladimi uni qanaqa qilib yozishini? Yozilishini? All right. Yeah.
Bunda shu birinchi bajida birinchi savol beriladi, yoritib beriladi. Ikkinchi savolda ikkinchi bajida o'sha bitta birinchi bajida o'sha ikkala savol yoritib beriladi, ikkinchi bajiga o'tganda o'shani решенияsi beriladi. Adashmasam.
All right. Anybody else got any other opinions? All right.
The essay will be divided into 4 paragraphs. First and the last one is introduction and conclusion. It's about second and third. When we write the second, we discuss the first question. We give some opinions and the solution of this, and it will be repeated as the same in the third. With the second question.
Well, I see where you go. I see. Cool. I'm a fan of just dividing into 2 parts, meaning like the body paragraph 1 gonna go for the first question. It's about body part 2, gonna go for the second question. That's it. And explanation and conclusion, everything gonna be within the paragraph, but that's not the topic. All right, let's go how it goes in here. Так, the paraphrased version. Nowadays, people are commuting to work more and more. It's totally different, yes? Commuting. So who knows about the word commuting? Commute. All right. Commute basically means actually traveling to work. And to work, from work and to work only. Yes. No, не командировка. Командировка emas. Просто aytaylik misol uydan ishga, ishdan uydagi yo'l. Bu bo'lsin like be it like on foot, be it on a car, like it don't matter. The only thing that matters is that it's just travel from work to work and from home to work. Yeah, all right, cool. All right. Yeah, it's completely different. But the student just paraphrased it as going from dot A to dot B and just bumped into. All right, let's go. First of all, let's go for a little explanation how it goes. In the question above, one of my students replaced the word traveling with commuting. She continued to use the word commuting and commute throughout the whole essay. So, be it like 250 words in an essay, she at least repeated like 10 times or 15 times, can't remember clearly, because in her mind, the word commute was the total synonym, exactly the same, of the word travel. Because she knew that if she repeats the word travel, that would negatively affect to her, let's say, lexical resource part. This is why she didn't really want to repeat it, and просто used the word commute. That's why mana bu yaqqol sizlarga misol, что siz bilmagan so'zingizni ishlatishingizdan oldin, uni oldin definitionini, usage'ini ko'rib, keyin to'g'ri ishlatganingiz ma'qul. Chunki faqatgina translation mos keldi degani bu totally mos keldi degani emas. One more example could be accept and admit. O'zbekcha varianti qabul qilmoq, for example. Yeah. Right? But the meaning accept is when you accept something, admit when you actually admit that you made a mistake or something. All right, let's go. Commuting means specifically traveling to and from work every day, as I already told you about that. The result was that her whole essay was full of irrelevant ideas and irrelevant vocabulary. I mean, while checking, I knew what she's trying to say back in the time. But you see that the examiner there in IELTS, he's not going to be contacting, well, Mr. What's your name, bro? Huh? Mr. Abrar, I've got a little problem in here. Like, I see the word commute in here. What did you trying to say in here by saying commute? They got all of my idea, you know? It's just boom, 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 and gone. You see, 2 million gone. I mean, the payment for the IELTS. You see, that's why you got to be careful before doing such stuff. All right, yeah, see, even he's shocked. See? Yeah. All right. So, alternatives to synonyms, получается, да? Let's keep it going. Так, oh, before we go, any questions, guys? Balkon? No. It's just like, I commute means like, you don't have to use the word work or any ideas about it. The second attendant for dialogue already is aware of the word commute and what it says. Today I commute? Yeah, like, you see, commute is the action of going from and to work every single day, and you don't have to use the word today, because that's everyday repeated action. Routine. Okay, anybody else? Yeah? Wait a second, like nobody gonna hear you anyway.
Assalomu alaykum. Biz qachonki chet elga grant yutsak universitetlarga, biz bilan albatta speaking bo'lib o'tadi va ushbu speakingda biz maktabdan tashqari qanchalik ko'proq yutuqqa erishganimiz, xuddi masalan So'ymingni to'pir olgani yoki birinchi o'rin olganimiz haqida gapirib o'tishimiz kerak. Lekin men yaqin orada bir kitob o'qib qoldim va ushbu kitobda Biz speaking davomida yolg'on gapirib o'tishimiz kerak ekan va ushbu gapirgan yolg'onimizga hattoki o'zimiz ham ishonishimiz kerak ekan. Lekin qanaqa qilib? Masalan.
Хорошо, demak, qarang, speaking part 2 ni kesimida, to есть IELTS speaking kesimini oladigan bo'lsak, demak, juda ko'p holatda bo'lishi mumkin. Biz haqiqatda berilgan savolga javob berish uchun yetarlicha ideyamiz bo'lmasligi mumkin. Like the question could be, when was the last time you traveled abroad? But kelinki misol uchun nechtamiz misol uchun chet elga chiqmagan bo'lishimiz mumkin. Endi biz qoldira olmaymiz, right? Like chet elga chiqqanim yo'q deb, like whoever that is, right? It don't happen like that. So what you need to do, can I continue in English? What you gotta do is that you have to maybe lie a little bit, but the main idea, the main source of the idea needs to be real. Meaning, if the question asks you to talk about the person who you like, admire, or respect, you have to take the real person, maybe your brother, be it your father, be it somebody, your neighbor, but you may add extra features from yourself. Типа, что-то фантастика говорmaysiz, but extra information from you. Типа, base it on true story, but with your addition. Tushuntira oldimmi? Let me tell you why. Because when you fully create something, siz birinchidan nafaqat uni haligi yolg'on to'qishingiz kerak, uni eslab qolishingiz kerak, uni translate qilishingiz kerak, uni present qilib berishingiz kerak. Plus oxirida o'zingiz aytib o'tganingiz kabi, unga o'zingiz ishonishingiz ham kerak. So it's a lot of multitasking. All right, thanks for the question. Anybody else got any questions? All right, cool. Let's keep going. Alternatives to synonyms. Итак, instead of using synonyms, you can use the following things to vary your language. Так, please have a look on the board. Examples, right? I suggest even during the class, especially to my inters and upper intermediates, whenever they don't have the definition, they better come up with the example that explains that word. Meaning you don't really have to learn the definition, because no, think about it. Bitta so'z yodlashingiz uchun definition bitta gapda примерно 9-10 ta so'zmi, right? Meaning you would have to learn 10 words extra. Meaning for just one word with the definition, you're supposed to learn 10. Невыгодно, no? That's why you can go with your own examples. All right, if you can't think of a good synonym, you can simply list the example or two. So in the question above about computers, it's perfectly acceptable to say laptops and tablets. Because basically laptops and tablets, it's all the technology, and we already understand that we're trying to say something related to technology, be it computer. Have a look. We good? All right, let's go. Next, definitions, right? Definitions. You can also define the word if you can't think of a synonym, as I gave an example above with my students. Let me tell you what the plus side of, the advantage side of giving the definition on your own. Because not only do you come up with your own definition by using the phrases, grammar, vocabulary you recently learned, but also it's a lot easier for you to learn it, remember it, later. Because it is all like when you just learn the definition from the book, the possibility of you remembering it, if you don't use it, in a month, 2 to 3%. It's a scientifically proven fact. Google it if you don't trust me. Meaning, if you don't use it regularly, everyday like life, the percentage, the possibility of you keeping it in here, 2 to 3%. But it's about if you make it like your own definition, it's a lot higher, right? You see, because you made it on your own. Like, it's your own vocabulary, it's your own words. Have a look, please, at here. Is that visible? Cool. So, so for our example above about traveling, You could say maybe people going from place to place, right? No, basically that's the idea of traveling. People go from one place to another. But just because you cannot come up with a synonym, you're just trying to define it. Trust me, it's a lot better than using a wrong synonym, or it's a lot better than using a wrong paraphrase and getting a lower score. I mean, using your own definition. Yeah, you may not be given as big mark as for the C2 level word or C1 level, but at least it's not going to be wrong, and it's going to be your own, right? Хорошо. And the last but not the least, change the word, change the form of the word. Have you ever heard about the idea of the function of the word? Word function.
Yes, one word can be subject, verb, or if they replace subjects, if we add suffixes, verb or like adjectives or adverb.
Yeah, cool. Basically, the word formation is be it a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. Just all we need to know the differences when those are used, what situations. Who knows about adjectives? Where do we use adjectives? No, somebody else. All right. After nouns, cool. Maybe before.
We use adjectives after nouns to describe this noun.
Can you make an example?
Example? My friend is friendly.
My friend is friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's after. But actually, adjectives are used before the nouns. When we use them after, we have to use extra auxiliary verbs, right? Хорошо, to be maybe, right? Okay, cool. Итак, let's see what I'm trying to say, what I was trying to say in here. Finally, it is always acceptable to change the form of the word or phrase. It's totally fine. Because, for example, one of the most common ways of changing it in IELTS writing task 1, my students also know, this is changing adjective noun to verb and adverb. Типа significant change. Change it significantly. Come on, guys. Significant change it significantly. This is the idea of changing adjective to noun to verb, adverb. Think about that. All right. Before I forget, let me distribute you something in here. First of all, the number of students obviously outnumbers this ones. So, can you help me up to distribute, please? There we go. All right. How about maybe 1 for 2 people? 1 for 3 people, something like that. I just want you to have a look at the actually word form of what I just said. Are we good? You're going to have a look at it after the training is over. Trust me, it's helpful. All right, let's keep it going. Итак, let's go for the summary of our training, of what we had today, and have a little revision, right, for all of us in here. Итак, first thing, only change a word if you're 100% sure the meanings are the same. As I already told you at the beginning of the training, when you're not aware that this is a full example, you better not change it. Second one, be aware of loose synonyms. Be aware of loose synonyms. Third one, if you change it, the grammar must also be correct. As I gave an example above, adjective, noun, verb, adverb. You need to make sure that having changed the phrase, the idea or sentence, the meaning should stay the same. Because many cases when teachers change it, they lose the main idea. Teachers, students? Students. Sorry. Be particularly careful with the keywords from the question. those keywords and micro keywords, as I mentioned at the beginning of the training, give us the idea of what the essay should be consistent of. And those keywords are very, let's say, important and have to be used in your essays, but already in synonym version or maybe paraphrased. But again, once again, you gotta be careful while paraphrasing them. Итак, next. If you can't think of a synonym, try one of the alternative methods. Alternative methods, yeah. Like, do you remember what methods we had? Come on. Uh-huh. To use the definition of the word. Very correct. Good. Like, any other opinions in here? Giving examples. Who can give an example? Well, like, make an example, bro. Kidding. All right. And the last but not the least, if in doubt, don't change it, all right? Because the risk don't worth it, trust me, the risk don't worth it. It is better to repeat the word and be correct, listen carefully, that's really important, than force a synonym and be wrong. Pay attention to the force part. Meaning aytaylik, like, shunaqangi situatsiya bo'lishi mumkinki, sizlarda ikkita option bo'ladi. Liba sizlar o'sha synonym ishlatishinglar mumkin, lekin synonymni make sure qila olmaysiz. То есть you're not sure about a synonym. Or you can repeat the word, to есть savolda berilgan so'zni qaytarishingiz mumkin. Demak, nima qilar ekanmiz? When we are not sure, it's better to repeat, correct, guys. One more thing, one suggestion that I give every training that I have, listen, guys. Do not try to dazzle the examiner there. Meaning, showing off is useless. There will be people who might be better than you, right? And you shouldn't think about it. You shouldn't try to dazzle, you shouldn't try to be the person who you actually aren't when taking the IELTS test. Because there are many examples even when speaking. There are many cases from my own experience, my own students, when I expect a really nice score from students, they go there, they try to do something, legendary, and they come back with 7. When they were expecting 8 or higher. Sorry? Okay, I mean, yes, not bad, but not bad. You see, you say yourself, not bad. Are we looking for not bad? Is not bad our aim? Is Boliviada our motto? Rhythm. I hope not. I truly do hope not. By the end of our training, anybody got any questions? Any questions, guys?
Thanks for making this presentation for us.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Well, if we don't got no questions, well, we are about to finish. And I actually want to thank you once again for coming here in such a cold weather. As again, like sacrificing your time, sacrificing your sleep, sacrificing your rest. I like to tell to my students every single class, by the end of the class, that any type of hard job, hard work pays off. Be it education, be it work, be it, I don't know, these kind of trainings. All the hard work pays off, sooner or later. That's why, guys, never get dismotivated. Always be disciplined. And never change your dreams just because you feel tired. Go to sleep, have a nice shower, and keep moving forward. Because one day, sooner or later, you're going to make it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.